Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out in the NL West, the Padres had 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 6-1. Right now, the Padres are leading the National League West. The Rockies are in 4th place in the NL West. The Marlins pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 7-1. Looking at the standings, the Marlins sit in 4th place in the National League East Division. The Diamondbacks sit in last place in the National League West Division. The Giants walked off in dramatic fashion against the Boys in Blue 3-2. As of today, the Giants sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division. The Dodgers are in 3rd place in the NL West. Ryan Zimmerman had a great day driving in 5 on 3 hits as the Nationals disposed of the Phillies 9-2. His modest hitting streak now stands at 9 straight games. Heading into today, the Phillies are in last place in the NL East. The Nationals are in 2nd place in the NL East. The Cubs grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 4-1. Right now, the Cubs sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division. The Twins sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division. The St. Louis Cardinals completed a short 2-game sweep as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 4-2. Looking at the standings, the Reds are in last place in the NL Central. The Cardinals are atop the NL Central. The Pirates knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 5-2. As of today, the Brewers are in 1st place in the NL Central. The Pirates sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division. The Boston Red Sox got 12 hits in this one as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 7-2. At the moment, the Red Sox are in 3rd place in the AL East. The Blue Jays are in last place in the AL East. Ian Kennedy pitched his way to his 100th career victory as the Royals claimed the victory over the Orioles 5-2. Heading into today, the Orioles sit atop the American League East Division. The Royals sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division. The Tigers allowed 5 hits in the game as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 3-1. Right now, the Indians are in 1st place in the AL Central. The Tigers are in 3rd place in the AL Central. The New York Yankees sent 3 balls into the seats as they destroyed the Angels 6-0. Looking at the standings, the Angels sit in 1st place in the American League West Division. The Yankees sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division. Carlos Rodon won the game, finishing a complete game 1-hitter as the White Sox claimed victory over the A's 3-0. As of today, the A's sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division. The White Sox are in 4th place in the AL Central. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Friday night baseball now from the Big A, Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Tyler Skaggs, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he did his job in his last start. He threw 7 complete innings, but still didn't get a decision. We'll see if he can get the W this time around.
Torres heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. Now a step off as they try to get on the same page. We'll jump forward in this one to the top of inning number 2. Luke Voigt will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. Here comes the first pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. And Eric, this Angel Ball Club entering play here tonight. They suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. No one out with a runner at second. In the air now, out to right field. On the move is Calhoun. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the way the Angels match up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, the last place you want to hit it, to the shortstop. Actually, anywhere between second and third base. That's how much range he has out there at this position. Very aggressive player, makes a lot of great defensive plays.
Bryce Harper will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Yeah, and that's a big second out right there, and that's going to keep that runner anchored over their third base. So they may wind up not getting that first run across after all.
Didi Gregorius will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ballgame last night. First pitch on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Cozart has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Jeffrey Marte will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, yesterday he just didn't look like himself, but he's been good lately. He's had 7 RBIs over his last 10 games.
In there at the knees, strike 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, they've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And they've split the first 4 games on this road trip, so lately they're in a bit of a holding pattern, but they could be ready to break out right here.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Line hard toward right center. And this inning starts with a solid base hit.
Yeah, he had a chance to put him away. Had him down 0-2. Tried to get him to chase a couple of times, but he wouldn't do it. And he winds up making contact on a good pitch there.
Number 17 stands in for the first time. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Nobody out, runner on first. swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. A quick out number one. And with that, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we've got a gold glover behind the plate. How that helps the ball club, you can throw balls in the dirt as a pitcher, cuts down the running game, really impacts the game defensively.
Josh Donaldson comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And that misses 2-2. Skied into straightaway right. Judd giving chase. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting 7th, right fielder
Cole Calhoun will stand in, and you can see that early season average up into the high 300s now.
Well, when you look at what this guy's done so far, Matty, he leads this ball club in average. He's been a huge part of their offense so far this season.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Angels strand 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Number 41 will stand in, and that average has to be a source of pride for him early on. He's got it up over 350 to start the new season. We'll pick this one up in the bottom of inning number 4. Number 17 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Swung out and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, one thing this team cannot afford is for him to get hurt early in the season. Luckily, though, it looks like he's going to be all right.
Stepping in, Josh Donaldson. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Very important here, with two guys on following the hit by pitch. He had to come out and establish the count in his favor, and he did just that.
And he falls behind 0-2.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today. But before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn, the same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Yeah, Donaldson primarily played catcher at Auburn, where he was a preseason All-American and an All-Star in the prestigious Cape Cod League.
Yeah, and it's no surprise that he got to play in that Cape League. So many of the major's best players have come through that summer league.
Right,
and it's really become one of the most treasured aspects of amateur baseball. If you're a baseball fan, it's definitely worth checking out the Cape to go down there to watch baseball.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Gregorius is there for it, and that retires the side. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. Didi Gregorius heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one. We'll move forward in this one and rejoin the action in the bottom of the seventh. Number 17 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Now
Jordan
for the
Montgomery
Yankees.
is into the
Number
ball game now as he'll
47,
make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Montgomery.
Squared that one up just a little late. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Now, getting that first out is always critical in a one-run ball game. And they could certainly use a quick 7th inning.
Josh Donaldson will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Time to jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 8 now. Number 10 stands in. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Chris Young. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Quick check on that tying run at first, but the runner's back easily. Robertson pauses. First pitch on the way. Into the seats, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Back in standing. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Runner goes for second. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up on the first, and Young is retired here, 2 away. Pitching certainly has been on display in this one, and there's the evidence of it right there. 1-0 our score, as there are an awful lot of zeros on that line score to this point. So striding in, Mike Trout, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Judd is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton will get the first shot when we return. 9th inning. Blake Wood come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th.
Wood.
Number 37 is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 37.
Giancarlo Stanton will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run, that's it.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
A 1 pitch on its way. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Trout has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Yankees.
This is not normally the kind of swing you associate with a good hitter like this. I mean, he's caught reaching for a pitch that he really has no business swinging at, and that becomes a very easy out.
So now a pinch hitter set to come on as Brett Gardner's grabbed a bat and moved into the on-deck circle.
Brett Gardner.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Jose Alvarez will take over now with 1 away in the top of inning number 9.
Jose Alvarez.
Bryce Harper will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away.
And now he gets to face some fresh meat. He's already got 1 homer in this game, remember.
Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. But he'll hold on to it as he'll just regroup here. 0-1. Here it comes. Sliced hard on the ground. The second for one. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back to Angel Stadium right after this. Brett Gardner will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base, number 11.
Jeffrey Marte will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first
Now
innings,
pitching
that
for
hasn't
New
yielded
York.
a whole lot so far.
Number
So,
54.
quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Aroldis Chapman is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, especially when it's on the inner half.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody going to touch him.
And he'll lay off a fastball up in the zone here, and that brings it to 2-1 now. Chapman has the target. 2-1 on its way. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3.
He knows the drill out there. You've got to make him swing the bat. To not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
And this is taken for ball 4. So just like that, the tying runs aboard to start the home half.
And this is not the way you want to start the ninth
Number
inning on the mound.
17.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. Now in a one-run game, that puts a tying run on base to start things out.
Number 17 comes to the plate now with the tying run at first. So he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Quick check on that tying run at first. And the runner will get back standing. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Harper is there. 1 out.
Third baseman, number 20, Josh Donaldson.
Josh Donaldson will step in. A ground-out victim his last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
He's set. Here it comes. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there has got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient, because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Judd on the move. 2 gone. Throw back to first.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Cole Calhoun gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hey now.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Quick check on that tying run at first. Runner's back.
Just keeping an eye on him.
1-0 pitch on the way. That evens it up 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And oh, he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. One strike from the shutout. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the Yankees have taken the first 2 games of this series on the road as this one is over.
Wow, just a really great game to watch from beginning to end. A well-pitched 1-0 ball game. This is just a broadcaster's dream.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that just about does it. Friday Night Baseball under the dome at Tropicana Field. Tonight we begin the homestand with the first of four between the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Number 20 gets the ball for the Rays in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he gave his ball club 6 complete innings, but didn't stay around for a decision. He'll look to get a W here in this one.
Mookie Betts will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. We'll jump ahead now to the bottom of inning number 1. Chris Sale will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he did his job in his last start. He threw 7 complete innings, but still didn't get a decision. We'll see if he can get the W this time around.
Austin Meadows comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Eric Karros, this Red Sox ball club, entering play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, and they were home for just a short time before heading right back out on the road again. So it's been a lot of packing and unpacking recently. That's the life of a big league ball player.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He can go just about anywhere from here.
Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. Sale's ready, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. And he's bunting with 2 strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at-bat there. And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, they got to love the production they're getting out of their leadoff hitter right now. He's coming off a multi-home run game, and he'll try and build off that momentum. We'll see if they try to approach him any differently throughout this game.
Into the windup and the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Benedict moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Choi will get his first opportunity now. 0 for 4 in Wednesday's ball game. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Martinez on the run, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. They trail it here 2-0. Number 13 will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. Sandy Leon will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Number 3, Sandy Leon.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. And Eric, as we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach.
I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Mookie Betts is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Fastball called strike, 1-2.
Now with 2 strikes, boy, if he could come up with back-to-back punch-outs, wouldn't that be something?
Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Hit high and deep out to left. Meadows going back on it. Gone! So a 3-run blast to straightaway left as the Red Sox break on top now 5-0.
Obviously, this is one of the benefits of having a guy like this in the leadoff spot. He's still going to get his chances with runners on base, and he comes through here with a long home run.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. Stepping in now, Andrew Benedict. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Oh, he goes up the ladder on the fastball and pops this one up. Optimus backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
The shortstop, number 2.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there. They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
We'll jump ahead and pick this one up in the top of inning number 3. Nelson Cruz stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Shane McClellan is going to come on to pitch here, and seeing as though it's just the 3rd inning, he may be asked to work for a while. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Chopped foul right at home plate. Here's the 0-2. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
And you have to figure he didn't think he'd be seeing any action this early on, but he's going to need to hold down the fort for a while here, now that their starter's already out of the ballgame.
He's set. Here it comes. Number 13 is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Now a snap move over to first, and he's back standing. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Red Sox leave 1, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Willie Athamas will dig in now. He had 3 hits in that ballgame on Wednesday. Derek Norris will dig in now, and he's got to be wondering when his bat's going to make the trip north from spring training, as he has really struggled in the early going. Sale sets. First pitch on the way. And he takes ball 1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or 2.
Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that's in there. Base hit. In to score is the runner from third. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now a 5-2 game.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Standing in now, Austin Meadows, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He may not throw a ton of changeups here tonight, but he's got a good one when he needs it.
And I think he will need it, because this is a good fastball hitting team. Most teams are, so the more you can keep these guys guessing off balance, the better.
1-1.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
And now this is all about minimizing damage out there on the mound. He's got to regroup, and he's got to do it quick, or this game will get away from him.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
To 2-2 now. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Christian Arroyo is on deck. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Boy, and just a great call that time to turn to the changeup. That's one of those at the plate where you don't even wait for the umpire to make the call. You know you're a goner.
Settling in now, Christian Arroyo. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Runners on first with 1 down. Driven to right field and deep. Back goes Betts. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. As they pull within 1 here, it's now a 5-4 game.
This is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Into the box now, Choi.
Number 25.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
And now, even with 4 runs in against you here in the inning, you got to just wipe the slate clean and just take the approach that you're starting over out there.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. 4 runs here in this half inning. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. C.J. Cron waits on deck. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line towards center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's C.J. Cron now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
Betts is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So they score 4 times on just 3 base hits. No errors. And Dustin Pedroia is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. We'll pick this one up in the bottom of inning number 4. Matt Duffy is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Time to join this one now in the bottom of inning number 5.
Now batting.
Striding into the box, Christian Arroyo, and he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. Runners going. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
And we'll get a nice shot here from our overhead camera. You can see him get a good break from first base, and he's able to take second with ease.
Trying to hold the lead. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Now just trying to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Offense apparently not hard to come by tonight as you get a look at our line score through the first half of the ball game. And boy, the runs have been coming fast and furious so far. So striding in, Choi, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First offering on its way. And he lays off there, 1-0. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Here it comes, 1-0. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back. One and one, here it is.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Now a pickoff play at second, and the runner back easily. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. Now a spin and another throw back to second, keeping particularly close tabs on him. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
And that misses for ball 4.
Tough take there on 3-1. I mean, if this pitch missed the inside corner, it did not miss by much. But he's going to reach base anyway.
C.J. Cron will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a high strike there, 0-1.
You know, when you throw a first pitch strike less than 50% of the time, you're going to find yourself in trouble more times than not, and that's where he sits right now.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Where are you going here?
I'm throwing that same pitch again. Make him prove that his plate discipline is such that he can lay off it twice in a row.
1-2, here it comes. Hammers it to deep right field. Betts racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
And I think they catch a big break here defensively. I mean, this is a ball that's going to get all the way to the wall, yet that runner can only move up 90 feet to third base. That's a bit of a letdown.
Into the box, Tommy Pham, as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. 1 run scores. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's now a 6-5 ball game.
Well, you work yourself into trouble, I think you may have worked your way right out of the ball game. You see, he serves up the double here with the bases loaded. If it were up to me, you'd be headed for the showers.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a change as that'll be all for his starter, Chris Sale. Brian Johnson is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
Johnson.
And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. Stepping in now, Matt Duffy, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to right field. Betts is there. Let's see if they test it. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
That's a nice job there to get this ball airborne. He's able to get that ball out there deep enough to pick up their 3rd run of the inning.
Willie Optimus, ready to take another shot, went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
A bit high there, a ball and no strikes.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up, so that's a nice job of laying off.
Line drive to left. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Another run home to score in the inning. It's not going to be charged to him, but still, he's got to find some way to get his guys out of this already.
Kevin Kiermaier steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. 8 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Chop this one right side. Moreland is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. Nelson Cruz will stand in as he'll lead things off for the Red Sox in their half of the 6th. Stepping in, Dustin Pedroia. He singled his last time up.
Second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
Here's the first pitch to him. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
You know, when you watch Pedroia play day in and day out, I always think about that memorable 2013 season. I mean, this is a guy who hurts his thumb on opening day, but he played 160 games that season, and he led the Sox to another World Series title.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. On the ground to the left side. Reined in. The second for 1. Back to first, and they get Pedroia. It's a double play.
Up next,
first and second, nobody out. You think you're in a great position to do some damage here in this inning. And then, the one thing that you could not have is the double play, and that's exactly what you get.
In now, Sandy Leon, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
And even after the double play, you can still make something out of this inning with a simple base hit here.
5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Red Sox. Still looking up at an 8-5 deficit. Carson Smith is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Carson Smith.
Derek Norris will stand in now. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. Andrew Benedict will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
We'll look ahead now and pick this one back up in the top of inning number 8. Leading off the inning, Mitch Moreland, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Time to jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 8 now.
And
digging in, Kevin Kiermaier. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
A quick out number one.
Showing some sweet athleticism right there, getting off the mound. This is not an easy play, but he gets to it quickly, and then he makes a good, strong throw for the out.
The catcher, Derek Norris, is in. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one.
And think about it. In game one of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Betts has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Sometimes we use the phrase runs coming at a premium, but it's fair to say that none of us will be saying that tonight as we check out our line score. Neither pitching staff has really even showed up. Digging in now, Austin Meadows. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And Moreland will take this one to the bag himself, and the side is retired. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. The lead stands pat at 8. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show from inside the Trop as you get a nice look outdoors at some of the activity in nearby Tampa. Kicking off the top of the ninth, Dustin Pedroia, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Jose Alvarado is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth. There's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting toward the third base dugout. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. And here's one that misses to Pedroia, and the count evens at 1-1. Now a slurve is looked at here for strike two.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. And I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
Into the box now, Sandy Leon. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one.
And that pitch is just a little bit easier to lay off when you're opposite-handed up there, because you can see the sweep of that pitch coming all the way in.
Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
One out, nobody on. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Two strikes.
Strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
Yep, things are looking pretty good here now. Just one out away from wrapping up the series opener right here tonight.
Mookie Betts will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
That evens it up 1-1. Liner towards second, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here, because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. He's pretty lucky that one didn't get him, because he would have taken his head off.
First things first, here's a throw over. Runner's back. Standing in now, Andrew Benedict. Snap throw from the catcher. And again, he's back in safely. One-0 count. Here it is. Up top, it's 2-0.
Now, after that first pitch out, another ball here really puts you in the hole against a dangerous hitter.
Throw over to first, and he'll get back in standing.
Simple throw over there.
Ball to strike on the inside part of the plate, 2-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And he'll make the catch to end it, and the Rays have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Boy, I tell you, the way these guys fought back in this one was really something to watch. They were down 5 runs at one point in this game, but they rallied all the way back, and now they come away with the victory.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And guys, a good outing on the mound for the man you see right there, the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award.
Yeah, Matty, sounds good to me. They needed him to come out and give some support when he was called on, and he gave them a very good outing out of the bullpen, enough to make him our player of the game.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. Friday night baseball from the Bay Area and the O.Co Coliseum. Tonight the homestand continues with the first of three between the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Number 55, a lefty from Indiana, is on the mound here. What do we need to know here, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
Number 60 strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
For Minnesota, right fielder, number 60. Time to join this one now in the bottom of inning number 5. The batter, number
Brian
6.
Dozier will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out 0 for 2 thus far. First offering on its way. There goes the runner. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Well, these guys haven't had a ton of base runners, so they haven't had a chance to run on this guy through the first half of the game. But he picked a good spot to run there, and he makes it into second safely.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Chopped foul right at home plate. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2 out here and a runner at second. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hard liner to center field. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
And you know the hitting coach right now is sitting in that dugout pumping his fist because that's what he's preaching all day, every day. Hit the ball up the middle, hit it hard.
Jose Canseco digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. He's set. Here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And a good pitch, but he gets quite a lot of it. And in fact, he got more than a lot of it. He got all of it. It's a home run. And how about that? Jose Canseco has got himself his first big league round tripper. We'll have to wait and see how many more of these he can mount in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got his first.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. I'm sure he was practically floating as he jogged the bases. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over. You know his phone's going to blow up. He's going to be calling his mom, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Chris Davis will stand in now following the home run. And you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance than we've seen out of them for a while now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. To short, hit hard. Polanco scoops it up. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Just an airmail shot that time. The pickup's good, but this ball just sails straight over his head at first base. Good effort to try and go up and get it, but this is well out of his reach.
Standing in now, Matt Chapman. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Right fielder has a beat on it. And the inning is over. Another good inning for the A's. Maybe the best fans in baseball right there, and they're loving it at the 5 and dime. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Number 23 will come forward now to start out their half of the sixth, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. Max Kepler will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Your attention, please. Now
so with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen
Ryan
here.
Buckner.
Number 23 steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far. But the runner's back easily. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error make up the totals for the Twins to this point. On the ground to the right side. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 left. It's stretch time here in Oaktown. The A's lead this one 4-2. In now, Jonathan Lucroy. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9.
Now batting.
Now to the plate, Jorge Polanco. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And a ball, 1-0. And that's in there for his strike, 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And that's going to be your final out here, and the A's have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Yeah, what a nice job to come in here and finish this one off. And with that, he picks up career save number 1. So nice going.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. The weekend has arrived, and we've got baseball from Progressive Field in Cleveland. Tonight, the first, Mike Clevenger, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this will be his second start of the season. In his first start, he already got himself in the win column. He'll be looking to add to that here.
We'll jump ahead and pick this one up in the top of inning number 3. Kyle Lewis leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third. time to jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 8 now.
Leading off for the Yankees,
Michael Brantley digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Roenis Elias will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. Lonnie Chisenhall will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line scored at this point in the contest.
Alonso.
Yonder Alonso stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field as the Indians continue to pull away. It's now 4-0.
And guys, you wonder if this home run makes it an easier decision to send that starter back out there to maybe finish this one off himself. That gives him an extra bit of leeway here, and I have a feeling that might just sway their manager's decision into letting him try to go out there and notch the complete game.
Jose Ramirez will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9.
Leading off for Seattle,
Denard Span will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. We've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And a curveball, this one clocked at 78, and it's 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Can't ask for much more out of a starting pitcher. Working on a 2-hit shutout right now.
Robinson Cano will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
Into the seats, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Well, it's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
Hit hard to short. Throw to first, and Cano's a ground-out victim. 2 gone.
Well, this has been a thoroughly dominating performance out there. Kept these guys guessing all game long, and He's just 1 out away now from picking up a well-deserved complete game shutout.
Ryan Healy will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Heredia will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first to be in time, and the Indians have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style, too.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home top player of the game honors in this one.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 4-0. Good night from Cleveland.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cleveland Indians. 4 runs on 6 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base.